I like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I said, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. All red bottoms looking like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. And feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down feel him. Mama say that he got drugs in his system. New image, old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen back then, I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me, crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. Put my rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got 10. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Press the button and the door open up. Let my nigga out the whip. Ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back and the front sold up. Tell him spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came home, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, all well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community around the world. We're back with another episode of The Morning After. Remote swag. Let's go, Josh.
Let's go.
Let's go, Josh. Let's go, Josh. We try not to miss a show. We're not missing a show today. Hope everyone is doing great. We got an extendo for you today. That's an hour 45. We got plenty to talk about. We got plenty of games on the slate. The college football playoff kicks off today. But Josh, most importantly, and this is just where I want to start the show because I feel like it needs to start somewhere that's close to the heart. The New York Knicks won the goddamn trade. Can I hear it from the people in the back? Can I hear it from the people in the goddamn back? Because we just smoked Minnesota so bad that Anthony Edwards went in the locker room and said, we have no idea what we're doing on offense.
That was crazy. That was actually crazy. He said, we know that I shoot a lot. That's it.
And, sir, it's good. We won the goddamn trade, Josh. There was a lot of conversations. You know, it was sad to get rid of Dante. It was sad to get rid of Big Jules. But when you go into Minnesota and you turn men into little boys and you spank their bottoms, and then Anthony Edwards says to go in the locker room and go, listen, all we know is I'm going to shoot and Julius is going to shoot.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I've never seen a more clear cut, we won the trade.
I mean, dude, I told you.
We won the trade.
Told you right when you made it that you guys won the trade, dude. I think that was
won the trade.
Dude, Cat has been unbelievable with you guys. Also, the Knicks might just be back. They're starting to play really good basketball.
Karl Anthony Towns walks into Minnesota. I mean, I took his PRA at 48. I think he finished with 90. Yeah. I don't know the exact number. I'm not going to check the exact number. In my head, he had 90 PRA.
He had like 32, 20, and something. So like he had
the kid is playing like prime Wilt.
Yeah, he had 58.
Prime Wilt.
58.
This is prime Wilt numbers that nobody saw because it didn't happen. Wilt didn't drop 100. I won't hear it. I won't hear it, Josh.
No, he did.
I won't hear it. Do you believe he dropped 100? Was that some doubt right there?
I don't really have skin in the game on that one, to be honest.
Oh, well, you don't have to have skin in the game to like just realize that it was a marketing scheme.
Yeah, it might have been.
I mean, Josh.
But also, like, everyone's saying that, like, oh, the game wasn't on TV, it wasn't televised. Like, they really had TVs back then, for real,
Dude, they did, and we have footage from shit that happened before it.
No, I know.
There's footage of, like, I forget who it is. What's his name? There's footage of someone playing basketball, like, way back in the day.
No, they have footage, but, like, they weren't, like, televised like that.
Okay. We're gonna have to have a whole nother episode just on the Wilt dropping 100 because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It was a good marketing scheme from the NBA. It took them to where they are now. But guess what, Josh? Viewership is down across the board in the NBA. And I got Joe Mazzulla telling me, and I want to hear your take on this. We're a little bit off the rails already. I just want to hear your take on this. Joe Mazzulla, they were asking about why the viewership in the NBA is down, and he goes, every other sport prioritizes scoring and high scoring, but it seems like when we have high scoring, it's a problem. Does someone want to let Joe know? Can somebody let Joe know? And I'll break it down from sport by sport. That when there's more points in football, it's really cool because there's high contact and it's a guy throwing the ball to another guy in like an insane fashion over long yardage. And in baseball, when there's a lot of runs, it's some guy hitting a ball that's almost impossible to see at an impossible speed over a wall. And the sound of it is cool. And there's normally 3 runs. So when there's 6 runs, it's like, oh my God, that's so cool. But when grown men don't play defense and take 45 threes a game and it ends up being 125 to 89, that's not exciting, nor is it fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
It's not. It's not.
Kind of like like a dumbed down all-star game, pretty much. The whole regular season.
And like the annoying part is too, I feel like it would just be so easy to go, okay, let's play 52 games instead of 82 so that every game matters. Cause even watching the Knicks game, dude, by the third quarter, no one's playing defense when you got a lead. But you watch a college basketball game, dude, they're punching each other in the mouth in the first 5 minutes trying to get rebounds.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, I've been out on the NBA for a minute, but I might have to buy back in after the Bulls just beat the Celtics last night.
Minus 1,000.
On the road.
Minus 1,000.
We play them tomorrow too in Chicago. Just a back-to-back, but different cities. That makes no sense.
Did the Bulls and Celtics shoot over 100 threes last night?
That would not surprise me.
The game's dead, dude. The game is dead.
Dude, they shot 108. We shot 52. They shot 56.
The game's dead, man. The game is dead.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The game is dead. The game of basketball is fucking dead, dude. You got 100 threes.
Yeah.
Which is, by the way, the worst statistical shot you can take in a basketball game.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. They've kind of I feel like they just chuck threes now. I feel like that's the analytics tell you just to shoot threes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's 108 threes.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a lot.
What are we doing? Did they even take a layup? Was there a layup at all?
There were, dude, I wonder if there were less field goals like normal.
Josh, what the fuck is Thomas Bryant doing when you guys are shooting threes like that? Or who's your center? What's his name?
Vucevic.
Who's the backup though? The bum?
Jalen Sticks.
Yeah, what the hell is he doing when you guys are jocking 58 threes?
The crazy thing is he actually shoots threes. He's not very good at it, but he does shoot them. He didn't shoot one last night though. He had 0 points, 1 foul, 6 rebounds.
And of course, on the other side of shooting threes, I had Gus Edwards to score a touchdown demon last night. Smacked in the mouth. With Devin Booker threes, I'm pretty sure he finished with close to 30 points and went 0 for 1 on threes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to shout out Devin Booker right there for that one. That one was really cool, dude. That one was really, 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 really cool.
Dude, also, remember that White Sox shark, my buddy, that always slides in the summer? He texted me last night.
Don't tell me he said the Bulls.
Gus Edwards, 2+ touchdowns.
Wow.
Is that not insane?
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me with that.
No, I know. And he never plays ever. And then just milk.
Back home, I don't have my coffee machine, so I gotta get these Dunkin' bottles.
So good.
It's just sugar.
They're better than the Starbucks ones, I think.
Yeah, 100%. But it's just sugar.
Yeah,
100%. There's nothing else in this thing than sugar, dude. I'm convinced it's just sugar.
What flavor?
I got the French vanilla.
Oh, okay, that's the best. That's
How do they do the TikTok people? With the hand and shit. I got French vanilla. It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's my go-to. That or the caramel.
Oh, the caramel's good. I do like the mocha though. I'm a little mocha boy as well when it comes to the coffees. I don't mind a little mocha with the coffee.
Fair enough.
Josh, we talked about it pre-show a little bit. I feel like I just need to get warmed up a little bit for this one because, I thought, Josh, I seriously thought, as a show, as a public, as Bookit Sports, I thought we did a phenomenal job of leaving off the summer with the WNBA in a good spot. I thought we did a phenomenal job of going, okay, this is the reality of the WNBA. We talked about it every episode. We're obviously big on that. Well, I'm big on the Caitlin Clark train. I thought we did a great job. Everyone was on the same page. Everyone was realizing the greatness. Everybody was getting along. I feel like we did a great job. I feel like we did a great job as a show, as a company, and as I'll just say media in general. I thought by the end of the WNBA season, we did a great job. We did a great job. And then it happened. I got to open my phone about a week after. Caitlin Clark deservedly making the cover of Time magazine as Athlete of the Year, as she should have. This is a girl that went straight from college into the pros and immediately became the face of the league. She broke multiple rookie records. She broke multiple WNBA records. She broke attendance records. She broke sales records. A girl coming straight out of college with a week break in between the start of the season came to the WNBA and absolutely dominated. Brought a franchise that might as well have had the same success that my intramural basketball teams did to heights that they had never even dreamed about. And the Washington Mystics owner has to open her dumb idiot mouth, which, by the way, Josh, the Washington Mystics, she might as well be running a goddamn AAU team. Because I think I could suit up and give the Washington Mystics some good minutes with how bad the product is that she's putting out on that court.
Yeah, that product
has to open her stupid mouth and say that they should have put the whole WNBA on the cover. Hey, I got news for you. I didn't know. I'm going to rewind that. I got news for you. 100% of America had no idea who the fuck the Washington Mystics were before Caitlin Clark even stepped in the league. If you said the Washington Mystics, I would have went, oh, is that a traveling circus? Which, by the way, it might as well be with the way she coaches them. Has the gall to say that the entire WNBA should be on the cover of Time magazine. Is that a joke? Was I supposed to laugh? Was I supposed to give a round of applause? Was I supposed to be at a comedy club when I heard that one come through the pipeline? Because that is one of the dumbest, stupidest, idiotic things I've ever heard someone say in my life. Not only did Caitlin Clark go up there and go, which, by the way, she didn't have to. Pay respect to everyone that came before in the WNBA in the interview. Paying respect to the African-American players that came before her and to every player that came before her in the WNBA, which she didn't have to do because, by the way, nobody welcomed her with open arms. Not a single old player welcomed her with open arms. Says, we're really excited for this. We had fucking dumb idiot bozo Diana Taurasi saying that there's going to be an adjustment period. We had Sue Bird shitting on her. We had Cheryl Swoop saying she's not even that good. So she didn't even have to pay respect to the rest of the WNBA. She could have went up there and talked her shit and said, yeah, welcome to the new show. It's my league. Get in line or it's fucking up. But instead she went in there and she went, obviously this is a huge award for the entire league, for every woman that came before me. And then we got just dumb idiots just literal rocks for brain Washington Mystics coach. I don't even know her fucking name. That's how dumb she is. That's how irrelevant she is in the span of the WNBA, saying that the entire league should be on the cover.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh, spank me and call me Sally. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, that is so dumb. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I mean, like, you look at Caitlin Clark's attendance, like, when she plays, it's literally double the rest of the league. When she doesn't play, it's half. Like, that's all you need to see.
Josh, the average attendance, I still remember it from our one episode, when Caitlin Clark played was 18,000. Outside of that, it's 3,000 to 5,000.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, could you imagine, like, the NBA not being a league and then, like, LeBron steps in and LeBron gets 100% attendance for all of his games and everyone else gets 50%? Like, LeBron's person of the year, no debate. Like,
And he was. That's the only other basketball player.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no debate. So, like, I don't understand why this is a debate at all. Like, she's the best player in the league. I don't even know if it's close. She's the most electric player in the league. That's not even close.
Not even close.
And she's the only one that brought eyes to this sport. No one used to watch her shit besides me, maybe.
And I'm just confused, Josh, because, like, Asia Wilson just got put on Sports Illustrated to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anyone saying that the rest of WNBA should have been on that cover? Did you hear anybody saying that any other player, any other organization, or any other team should be on that cover?
No.
Or was that embraced? It's like, oh, there we go. Asia Wilson's on the cover. Let's go. I know I saw Asia Wilson's on the cover, and I was like, oh, that's a sick cover.
Yeah, Asia's dope.
But then Caitlin Clark gets on the cover of Time, and rocks her brains Mystics coach that might as well not even have a job is saying that the whole league should be on the cover?
Yeah, it's insane.
And brought some real game to the sport. I agree, Money Habits. I don't even, dude, it's beyond me. It's beyond me because the Washington Mystics coach salary, if she retains that position after how horrible she is as a coach and seems like a horrible human being too now, her salary is going to be triple if she stays in the league long enough to the point where Caitlin Clark has a decade in this
100%.
league. So I just will never understand the tearing down someone that's building something for you that you're a part of. If you're outside the WNBA, I could see maybe just hating for the fact of hating and being like, yo, what the hell is that, dude? Like, they should have the whole league up there just because she did it. But being inside the league that she's bringing eyes to every single night and being inside the league that, by the way, without Caitlin Clark, no one would have seen that interview she did. No one would have seen it.
Yeah.
No one would know who she is still. No one would have seen it, and no one would have gave a fuck that anyone even put a mic near her mouth. But because Caitlin Clark's a part of that league now has a presence. And to say some dumb shit like that, dude, you know, I wasn't as revved up when we started, but it gets me revved up, Josh, because when is it going to stop, dude? I just don't understand. I don't know if it is and you know, I feel like when at the peak of what we were talking about, I got a lot of DMs from a lot of women that have played sports that like had a really strong opinion on it. And I don't understand if it's just a women tearing down women thing. If it's they have something genuinely against Caitlin Clark. I saw a comment that she's like, just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I genuinely could not tell you what it is, but it's starting to just not make genuine sense in my head.
Well, yeah,
because
I think
she's bringing the most views, dollars, and excitement the league has ever had, and it seems like every chance they can get, somebody punches her in the gut.
Yeah,
and I don't understand it.
It doesn't really make any sense too, because you would think that after she made that statement in the Times article, people would be like, okay, like, because that's really, I don't know, like,
she didn't even have to say that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seemed like she was almost forced to say that. Like, she almost felt like she needed to say that to like get people to like her and not hate her for no reason. And she does it, and so people still hate on her. It makes you
I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand it. It's literally, Josh, it's literally like that fucking kid that plays darts that like got everyone hooked on darts, the like young kid that was like banging darts at 16 years old. It's like if he won a championship and all the other darts guys like, this guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah,
this guy throws darts like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think in any other sport where Luke Littler, that's it, the guy. It's beyond me, Josh, and I think it's just a little frustrating because like One, I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan. Two, I think it's really cool that a league like the WNBA is finally starting to get views, because I think, especially growing up around a lot of women, I think it's cool that now people have someone to look at like Caitlin Clark and be like, I can have my own shoe. I can do like, now it's on the main stage. So now it's like, oh, the basketball is like a realistic thing I can do for like a career. It's not just like, oh, Diana Taurasi did it and is a total fucking bitch. But it's starting to get just like frustrating, because first of all, there's millions of little girls around the world now that look up to Caitlin Clark.
100%.
And it's almost impossible for them to escape people saying negative things about her, when there really shouldn't be anything negative to say about her. She doesn't do anything bad. She doesn't say anything bad. She's never actually talked her shit outside of a basketball game where it's normal to do that. And it just feels like you're trying to tear down someone that's literally only doing things that are good. Like, I would understand if she was Dennis Rodman and was like going to Vegas and fucking doing whatever the hell, like snorting lines, but she's not. She's like going to her boyfriend's games at Butler and then showing up to minicamp. Like, that's it.
Yeah. I really don't understand either. Like, she's a great person. Seems super nice, and everyone hates on her for literally no reason.
We're going to meet her one day. I'm going to put that in the air. We're going to meet her. I'm going to shake her hand. I'm going to shake Caitlin Clark's hand. Speaking of shaking hands, Josh, I don't know if you saw this this interview, but The Athletic, basically, Diana Russini did you want to talk about gladiatorial games, people getting their heads taken off. The New York Jets have zero head walking around right now in GTA. Diana Russini put out an article where she talked to Joe Douglas, all the boys that got fired. And it turns out the New York Jets are run by a 15-year-old. So shout out Brick Johnson. It's never been this bad, Josh. It's never been to the point where I'm looking at the team and the organization that I've supported for my entire life and genuinely just wanted nothing to do with it. The fact that we got a 15-year-old orchestrating trades, and, Jerry Jeudy, that whole situation, I don't know if you saw that, basically it was said that Woody Johnson vetoed a trade because he looked at his Madden rating and didn't like his awareness rating. Mm-hmm. And then they asked Jerry Jeudy about it, and Jerry Jeudy was like, nah, it's got to be a joke. Like, people aren't looking at Madden. I got news for you, Jerry. That's 100% true. Looking at Woody Johnson, that is 100% true. And it's just, it's never been this bad. Like, it's never been this bad.
It hasn't.
And it's gotten to the point, dude, where like, this has to be a joke. Enigma comes out. I got Aaron Rodgers whacked out of his mind, geeked out of his mind, talking about caterpillars and butterflies. And then Brick Johnson's running the organization. We're looking at Madden ratings for players. Like, the Jets are just, it's over. And I don't mean over like the season. I mean it's over. The organization as a whole, top to bottom, it's over. Woody Johnson is a part of this special club I like to call the Lucky Sperm Club, which means he's got no brain. He just inherited a lot of money. And we've got a no-brain guy running a football team, making no-brain decisions and allowing 15-year-olds to run a goddamn NFL team. And it's over. It's over. I mean, it's over. Like, if you read the Athletic article, Josh, and you see what Joe Douglas is saying and what Robert Saleh is saying, it's over, dude. Like, it's just over.
Did Joe Douglas say that I report to a teenager?
A teenager. Said I report to a teenager.
I didn't know if that was real. I didn't read the article. I saw that, and I did not know if that was real or not. If that's real, that is insane.
Josh, not only is that real, but it came out that Mike White, after the games, Woody Johnson and Brick will go into the locker room and verbally berate players. Mike White, after his 400-yard game, had a really bad game, and it was said that Woody Johnson went into the locker room and told him he sucked. Right up to his locker.
What?
In what world, as a professional athlete, after a game, would you ever want to be in contact with an owner and his 15-year-old boy? Like, in what world?
How do you make someone sell a team? What are some ways to go about that?
I mean, zero ideas.
I feel like we could start some shit though.
Zero ideas. I mean, well, if this Athletic article didn't start some shit, I don't know what will. Like, it's it's to the point, dude, where I'll say it. It's to the point where our greatest young player in the past 20 years in Garrett Wilson, who's having a down year, but almost has another 1,000-yard year, since he's been in the league, has had 1,000 receiving yards every single year with quarterbacks like Mike White, Joe Flacco, Zach Wilson, is sitting there and they're asking him about the future of himself and the Jets. And they say, do you want to be a New York Jet? And he goes, I can't think about that right now. I'm just trying to be where my feet are at and finish out this season strong. Like, if we lose Garrett Wilson because of behind the scenes things and not being able to be adults and figure out the way to run a football team and manage grown men and lose out on our greatest young prospect the Jets have probably ever had. The kid's 24 years old. He's had 1,000 yards every single year. Like, that's not getting talked about enough with the talent that he's had throwing them the ball. And he's just mentally defeated at the age of 24. Like, this is a kid that came in the league, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Didn't matter who was throwing the ball. Zach Wilson, he was in the press conferences, rah, let's go, we're here. And now it's, I got to be where my feet are at. I'm taking it one day at a time. This has been a really, hard challenge. I've never been this mentally drained before. Like, we have completely murdered the confidence of every young player we've drafted. We've completely murdered the confidence of the greatest young prospect we've had since the fucking Jets have been an organization. Like, it has never been this bad, dude. It has never been this bad.
Yeah, no. Dude, I don't even know. The problem is that, it's done. Like, everything's getting blown up. Like, there's no way that Aaron Rodgers is there next year. I would say there's a very slim chance that Devontae's there next year with him leaving. And then if they're talking about Garrett Wilson leaving, that means that everyone else is gone. If Garrett Wilson's gone, everyone's gone. I
mean, the choice right now is between him and Breece Hall. And it's Breece Hall is posting on Instagram, #free22. You could fucking walk, Breece, dude. Like, I don't give no one. Everyone on Jets Twitter, it's so funny. I'm so dialed in. I'm sure, you are embarrassed. Everyone's like, dude, Breece, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. No one gives a fuck if you're here next year. If Garrett leaves, I'll cry.
Yeah.
like I'll cry real tears if Garrett Wilson is not on the Jets next year. But it's just.
You guys sign Breece Hall and don't give him a quarterback, or dude, that would be the most Jets thing of all time. That'd be the most Woody Johnson thing of all time. Is just don't re-sign anybody but the running back.
Yeah, dude. I mean, shout out Richie Parlay in the chat. At least Aaron Rodgers getting high as a kite, dude. Like, that's as long as he's getting that done, I think that's good.
Did you see Jared Goff said that he has some interest in?
Jared, stay off the sheesh,
Jared,
brother.
No, Jared, go over there with him. Experiment a little bit. See what happens.
PSA to Jared Goff, stay off the sheesh, brother. You're in the playoffs. You're talking to a quarterback that's 4-10 right now with the fucking New York Jets. You don't want to get into this medical shit. It's not medical shit. It's him and Poirier from the fucking Dolphins, high as fucking kites, talking about caterpillars and goddamn butterflies, brother. Stay where your feet are over there in Detroit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But, dude, it's literally like the New York Jets. Josh, this is the best way I could sum it up. The New York Jets are like if David Spade wrote Moneyball. Woody Johnson has no brains, part of the Lucky Sperm Club, and he lets his 15-year-old run the team. Yeah. He gets a quarterback that gets high as a kite in his free time and talks about caterpillars and butterflies and doesn't give a rat's about winning anymore. And he looks at a video game and he signs players based off the video game. It would be the best comedy movie you've ever seen.
It would be pretty good.
It would do numbers. And then they would lose every game. They would lose every game.
Dude, I actually can't believe that he asked his 15-year-old son for advice.
No, it's not that he asked his 15-year-old son for advice. The 15-year-old son calls Joe Douglas.
What's the point of hiring Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh if you're just going to do whatever you want either way?
Well, and then it comes out, too, in the article that Robert called up Aaron and was like, hey, just want to let you know I'm going to remove Nathaniel Hackett from play calling duties. And apparently Aaron Rodgers got like really upset.
Really?
And was like, I don't agree with it, but you're the coach, whatever it is. And then Woody Johnson and Aaron Rodgers had a call right after that, where Aaron Rodgers called Woody Johnson. Next day, Robert Saleh was fired. So Aaron Rodgers did exactly what he said he wouldn't do, which is come in and get the head coach fired because he's a little fucking bitch boy. But then Woody Johnson was like, yo, I'm going to fire him, but Nathaniel Hackett can't call plays. And then I guess Aaron Rodgers was like, that's fine, whatever. So Robert Saleh lost his job because he was about to make an adult decision. And Aaron Rodgers got mad and called Woody Johnson, which is why Woody Johnson flew in on a helicopter the next day to practice. And it's just like, we've built an SNL football team. Like, our football team is a cast of SNL, dude. Like, that's what it is. And I got to make my peace with it that it's over. Like, until the Johnson family sells the team, which I don't think he will, because Woody Johnson has a Woody Johnson chain. He wears the players' chains. He posts on social media. It's never going to happen. It's over. It's over.
Yeah,
it's never been more over.
It's actually kind of crazy how similar the situations are between our two teams.
Yeah, but you don't have an owner that is a complete prick.
Well, yeah, our owner is a 101-year-old woman, but
yeah, but Woody Johnson posts on Twitter and looks at Madden.
Yeah, I mean her son. So, fun fact: when we were searching for a coach, when we hired Matt Eberflus, when we were interviewing coaches, Dan Quinn was one of the coaches, the Commanders coach. He was one of the coaches that we were interviewing. George McCaskey flew him middle seat in the back of the plane to come get interviewed for the head coaching job where he'd get paid $5 million. He couldn't spend $400 on first class. He had to spend $120 for the back of the plane.
I kind of fuck with that though.
Dude, no.
Yeah, man.
No.
Really funny story actually. When I was doing all this, when I really wanted to start doing the social media stuff, and I told my dad about it, he was obviously, not very excited about it because I'd went to school for finance, and I was like, hey, I want to post on the internet about sports bets. And he was like, what's up, dude? And I had a mentor that wanted me to come out to LA, and that's where the whole sleeping on couches things come from. But the complete opposite of that, I'd never flown first class in my life, and I told my dad I wanted to do this. I had a little bit of money from really early Bookit days. We got paid $1,000 a month, maybe, when we were a startup. So I was living at home. I had a little bit of money. And my dad flew me first class to Los Angeles because I convinced him. I did this whole presentation. I pitched him on the idea. I told him who the mentor was. He met the mentor. The mentor was like, yeah, he's going to do it. I promise we're going to get him to where he wants to be. I think he has potential, whatever it is. So my dad ends up flying me first class. I think I paid for a sixth of the ticket. I was like, this is all the money I have, whatever. I just want a ticket to LA and whatever. And my dad was like, don't come back until you can afford the next plane ticket. And I didn't. Yeah. I spent almost a year in LA, and it was just at the end of summer, and I spent Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, every holiday in LA because I couldn't afford a flight home. And my mom was like, we got to bring him home. And he was like, hey, man, we made a deal. This was the deal. And
that is a good way to make you work though.
Yeah, I mean, it was and looking back on hindsight, I mean, it was brutal because I was spending these holidays with my mentor that I was out there with, who's awesome guy, but it was just sleeping on the couch, waking up on Christmas morning. I didn't have any money to buy anyone presents, and we weren't buying each other presents because we were filming a bunch of stuff to be able to keep making content. So we were filming for NBA game stuff, so we didn't really have a Christmas or anything. So it was really honestly looking back at it, what an awesome experience. When you're living in it, you're like, dude, this is a literal hell. I need to get home. I need to do whatever. But, it kind of lights that fire. And it was just really funny getting my plane ticket At the airport, because he like dropped me off at the airport, and I had to like go up to the kiosk and like put in my reservation. I didn't even know I was sitting first class till I got like the ticket, and I was like, wow, like fucking goddamn. And then he sent me the text, and he was like, the next plane ticket you're gonna have to buy to come home because we're not doing whatever. So I mean, if I never figured out, I would have been homeless in LA, fucking bitching with my cheeks out.
The most fun you never want to do again.
Yeah, right. I mean, but I feel like that's what, dude. I feel like that's what it's kind of all about. I saw this thing with Theo Vaughn, not to like go completely sideways, but I saw this thing with Theo Vaughn, and it was like, if there's no struggle in whatever you're doing, there's nothing to look back on that was fun. There's nothing that like makes it all worth it if there's not that like struggle. And I think like when you're in those moments, you're like, dude, like I've never been that unhealthy. I've never been that pale. We weren't going outside. We were just filming. I was eating like one time a day, and it was like pasta. And it was like, but you look back at it and you're like, dude, thank God that it's the most fun you never want to have again. But it's also like, thank God I went through that period. You know what I mean? Because it kind of like, it instills different things in you. And it's also like, I couldn't agree more with what Theo Vaughn said. He was like, the struggle is like the fun part when you look 100%. Back on it, Not that we've made it in any sense, but like, it's just really like,
well, you're not sleeping on a couch with fucking bugs coming out of the shower.
True. This is true. Yeah. This is true. So, I mean, at the end of the day, all that stuff is worth it. In terms of being a Jets fan, the struggle, not worth it. Two sides of that coin. The struggle for a Jets fan, it's not worth it.
Well, you can get yourself, or Woody Johnson can't get you anyway.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just like, it almost feels like, dude, you know what it feels like, Josh? It just feels like a one-sided, like, trying to think, not one-sided relationship. It's like, you know what it is? It's like a what do they call those soda machines?
A vending machine.
It's like a vending machine that I put my money in, and I click the buttons, but nothing comes out. But I just keep putting my money in and clicking the buttons, hoping that something comes out.
It's like you put the money in, you click on all the buttons, everything's sold out. You have to get your money back, and it's all quarters.
Yeah, no, it's literally like everything is in there. Like everything is in the thing. I can see it, and I click a button, and it says no. You need more money, and I just keep putting the money in and clicking the button of the thing that I want, and it won't move the thing. But for whatever reason, I just keep putting money in because I think, oh, maybe this quarter will do it, maybe that quarter. That's literally what it's like, and it's at some point something's got to give, dude. I don't know what's got to give, but I mean, it's never been this bad.
No, well, I mean, me and you are both already looking at the draft, so.
Shambamblies, dude. I'm looking at the draft, dude, and it's not looking good.
Tankathon.com.
If you look at tankathon.com, our teams are killing it, though.
They are. They actually are.
All right, last thing I want to talk about, Josh, before we move to surfing some slate, talking some games, we're going to talk the whole college football playoff. We're going to talk college basketball. We're going to talk some NBA. Before we do that, we got to talk about Thursday Night Football. Dude, I've been saying it, I feel like, since the beginning of the show. And I'm not saying I want my flowers, but I do just want to reiterate, like, this Chargers team is for real, dude. I feel like we had forgotten how good Justin Herbert was as a quarterback because everybody left and they hired a new coach. And it was like, oh, the Chargers are going to kind of be in a rebuild. They don't really have weapons on the outside for Justin Herbert. They're going to run the ball up, which they do, and it's been working phenomenally. But, dude, this Chargers team is for real. Justin Herbert, who, by the way, last year, I don't know what wires got crossed, what part of our brains disappeared as football fans, but this was a quarterback last year that people were putting third in the MVP conversation preseason. Justin Herbert is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, dude. He's throwing to Josh Palmer, Darius Davis, and Quentin Johnston and winning football games. Justin Herbert is not only a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but this Chargers team is for real this year. Harbaugh's most important thing he did for the Chargers wasn't to bolster that O-line to give Justin Herbert a little bit more time. It wasn't to really dive into the run game and build a ground and pound offense. It was taking a defense that on paper for the past 5 years should have been one of the best in the NFL and making them one of the best in the NFL. This Chargers defense going into that second half, I mean, you would have thought Bo Nix was seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
They were bringing pressure. They were simulating pressure. Like, there was everything that the Chargers did on the defensive side of the ball is what won them the game. And then you go on the other side. Oh, they also have an MVP caliber quarterback in Justin Herbert, who, by the way, is throwing to wide receivers that drop fucking curl routes. And he's running. Dude, that touchdown pass when he flushed out to the left side, across the body, over the defender, into the bucket. Those are throws that if Pat Mahomes makes, Chris Collinsworth's pants are sticky, dude. And it's like,
I've never seen someone throw a ball that far and that accurate without even like, it looked like he just like flicked it, like running.
Flicked it.
He like barely threw the ball. I've never seen someone do
Flicked it. And by the way, dude, someone posted the like quote tweeted what Pat Mahomes did when they were like, no quarterback is ever going to be able to make these kind of throws. And it's Pat Mahomes, similar thing, and he throws it like this across his body, but it's on a slant route.
Yeah.
And the guy was relatively open, so I'm not going to say all he had to do, but Pat Mahomes just led him and he caught it. Justin Herbert threw that ball over 2 levels of defenders.
Yeah, that's gross.
It wasn't like a slant route where it's like, oh, I'm throwing sidearm and I just got to lead him a little bit. It was, I'm flushed out, weak side, I got to let go of it. And he threw it over 2 levels of defenders, dude. Like, and by the way, it was to fucking Darius Davis, dude. Like, he's throwing to guys that if you gave any other quarterback these weapons, I don't think they're doing anything. Like, I've been so big on this Chargers team, Josh, and it's like to see them win a game like that where Bo Nix comes out in the first half, they completely punch him in the mouth. Bo Nix does whatever he wants. The Chargers offense is struggling. And then to come out in the second half, that also shows you the culture that Harbaugh is building, dude. Like, they went in that locker room and you know it was like, yo, who's going to fucking show up? Like, you're going to lose to Bo Nix? Like, are you going to let this season go the way it's going right now? And it's like, I love this Chargers team, dude. I still think they're a contender. I still think they're for real. And they're a weapon on the outside away from being a dynasty. I seriously believe that.
Sneak T. Higgins can maybe go there. I know Patriots are talking.
That would be, oh my God.
That could be a sneak. Dude, Cam Van Dam saying Herbert's in top 5. He's won nothing. So Joe Burrow's not top 5. Lamar's not top 5. Josh.
Well, so this is what I wanted to do, Josh, because I saw Buzzing with the Boys talked about it.
Only one quarterback that's top 5, and it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm saying this year though, Josh, when we talk about top 5 quarterbacks, I saw Buzzing with the Boys did this. Who'd be your top 5 quarterbacks this year? No order, just based on this year though, like top 5 quarterbacks.
I would say Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow,
Justin Herbert.
Well, I have him. I'm just trying to think if there's anyone else that would be that I would.
It's not Pat Mahomes this year. I feel like that's the argument everyone's going to make. It's not Pat Mahomes. It's not Jalen Hurts. He had one good game.
Yeah, I would probably say, Herbert, probably top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know who I think is sneak super fucking good? Baker.
It's either Baker or Goff for me. That was my 5.
Not Russ. Definitely not Russ. Goff, yeah. Goff definitely up there.
Baker or Goff.
Oh, yeah.
But dude, like, and I feel like it's not like the debate isn't whether Justin Herbert's in that top 5. It's who's the 5th spot.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we look at those weapons of the guys we just said, Joe Burrow has the best wide receiver in the NFL. Lamar Jackson's the most dynamic quarterback maybe to ever play the game. So his weapons they could be Tom, Dick, and Harry. He's still going to get things going. He's not really a pure pocket passer. He's so dynamic that it doesn't matter.
Having Derrick Henry helps a lot in the run game. Like, he
100%.
helps him a lot in the run game.
100%. Josh Allen is just a freak athlete.
Yeah.
Like, Justin Herbert's the only guy in there that's supposed to be a pure pocket passer that can use his feet if he wants to, but it's not like ever a part of the game plan. And he's throwing to butts, Josh. He doesn't even have a good tight end. He is good. But I mean, yeah, dude, I seriously think like this Chargers team is so for real. I've said it so many times. I feel like I've got made fun of a couple times. Not by you. I'm just saying, like, in general, when I've said it, like the chat has come after me or on social media when I've said it. But dude, this team is a contender. When you have a great coach and a great quarterback, like, you are a contender, and a great defense. And that's what this team has. I think obviously the only thing that worries me is if you get in a playoff situation and you're 3rd and long and you need a guy to catch the ball. They don't have one. I mean, I don't know what happened with Quentin Johnson from TCU to the NFL, but that guy used to be nails with his hands. And last night dropping a curl route that would have really sealed the game is just the epitome of what's happened to Quentin Johnson this year. It hits his hands, he fumbles it down to his legs, and then it's dropped. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand what happened to him. And I think, we murder him in the media, so I think he does probably
hear that. Yeah.
Probably such a head game now where he's like, catch the ball. But on the other side of the coin, Josh, I did want to say, fuck, man. I mean, we've talked about it so many times, but the Broncos got their guy, dude. Like, Bo Nix is good.
Have you seen that? You said that thing yesterday, like comparing their offense last year to their offense this year?
No.
Their offense last year was actually 2 spots better in the NFL than they are this year. Their defense went from like 29th to 1st, though.
Yeah, which I think like is only natural, right? Because you got a rookie quarterback, and I feel like you probably figure out your defense year over year with Sean Payton.
I also think it's easier to look good as a quarterback when your defense puts you in winning situations. Like that's like I think I'm not saying that Bo Nix isn't good, but I think I'm just saying like if Russ I think was in this position still, like they would still be just as good.
But I do think like being someone that had a quarterback with a top 5 defense where we weren't winning games because you couldn't do anything, the fact that Bo Nix is able to win games and has been super dynamic using his feet, throwing the ball, and everyone's calling him a check down march, whatever. The impressive part is that he's a rookie and he's got 9 wins, man. Like either way, this defense, number one, whatever, how many spots they jumped, he still has to go win ball games as a quarterback. Like the Zach Wilson experience was very similar. We had a top 3 defense. And he had less weapons than what Bo Nix has, by the way. So when we look at who Bo Nix is throwing to, like Russell Wilson had Jerry Jeudy, who's now gone.
Got Sutton. Sutton's a beast, dude.
I don't know, but I wouldn't put Sutton like in a top 5 conversation, top 10 conversation.
No. Dude, also, did you see this Babin, whatever this name is? So Bo Nix threw for like 220 yards, and 200 of those yards were yards after the catch, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I'm not to defend him, but like, still got to get the guy the ball. Like Zach Wilson would throw checkdowns that would go out of bounds.
No, he's good. I'm just saying like that. But like, I think that their team is putting him in a very good situation to play good football. That's my
100%. But I think he does a good job of executing on it once they give him that. Yeah.
People also forget that Sean Payton's like maybe the best coach in the league. People forget that. So
Andy Reid would want to have a conversation.
Before Andy Reid, Sean Payton was the guy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, dude.
And then he got called for all that shit. That's the only reason why people don't like him anymore.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you're not wrong. I just think it's like I think a lot of Broncos fans coming into this year were like, Bo Nix is gonna not be good, and we're gonna have to draft another quarterback. And like, I like him too. He's a really good guy too. It seems like so. It's just cool to see him doing well. I think that was a really also cool moment for Oregon fans too, to have your two kind of like darlings. It felt like battling against each other on the main stage. I am happy that Justin Herbert got one over him, though. I am happy that he got one over him.
It has to suck being a Raiders fan right now. Like,
yeah,
everyone in that division has their quarterback now except you.
But they're gonna get there as this draft. This is a great draft for quarterbacks. So, yeah,
they're getting Shador or they're getting Cam.
Yeah, either one is better than fucking Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I want them to get Cam. So sick. Cam Ward in Vegas, awesome.
Yeah, Cam Ward in Vegas would be cooler than Shador in Vegas, I think.
You see, Shador just got a new pair of Air Force Ones. They have like the royal blue. He was like showing them off.
Dude, he's going to the Giants, brother.
Or Giants, not Jets. Sorry, Giants.
He wants to be in New York. Dion, that's a New York market. Like he's a New York quarterback, and the Giants are the best situation for a rookie quarterback right now.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I think that it can be bad. I think that Shador might get sacked a gazillion times, dude. He got sacked a bunch in college for holding the ball too long. In the NFL, it might be a tough learning experience the first year, but
yeah, I don't know, dude.
I'm so excited to see Genty too. He's gonna be so good.
I gotta take about that, but we'll wait for the draft dude. All right. Should we search some sites? Should we talk some games? Let's give the people what they want, shall we?
Let's do it.
Let's. Welcome back to Slate Surfers, the part of the show where we give you all the plays you need for the weekend, because guess what? It's Friday. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Here we go. Let's start off. Josh, there's 3 college football games today. What I want to do is let's start with Ohio, then move to Florida, then talk Indiana, then talk the rest of the college football playoff, then talk college basketball, wrap it up with some NFL. That sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. What time do we normally end?
11:30. 12:30
Central. So 12:30. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Got my Nintendo 3DS fixed yesterday. So pumped. Wow, that's actually electric.
Let's go.
Dude, I was such a DS guy. I played I played all the games on the DS. I loved the DS. Yeah. But what was the dog game?
Oh my god.
Dude, yeah, I was kind of a little bitch. I played that game like crazy. I had the little poodles because we had a poodle, and you got the little stylus, and I'd be Nintendogs, dude. Nintendogs, dude. I'd take care of those dogs like they were real.
Yeah.
I would take care of those dogs like they were fucking real, dude. if you left them too wrong, they would like shit in the house. It's crazy, dude. I used to love that game, bro, so much. Holy shit.
I used to be a PSP kid. I didn't have the DS.
Did. I also had the PSP for a little bit. I played MLB The Show on it when Dustin Pedroia was on the cover.
Carl Crawford.
Wow, what a name, dude!
He used to be my favorite player. I still probably have it. I have like a Carl Crawford World Series jersey when he was on the Rays. It's so sick.
That's sick. That's actually sick.
No way it'll fit me. It's mint, but it's dope.
That's actually sick. Hunter Thornton, Mike, are you going to come back to Oxford next season? Yeah, I think I took a break for traveling in college football this year. I think next year I definitely want to come back to Oxford for a game. We are going to try. Well, not we. I'm going to try to solidify my fandom for college football next year. I feel like I got to have one. And, after the coin toss episode, shout out the coin toss. Make sure you go stream it now on the YouTube after this show. Share it with 5 friends. I gotta have one. Yeah. Normally I come into the year and have a favorite team, and I feel like, it always ends up being, I always love a wide receiver on LSU, but I feel like I just got to pick a program in the SEC and just rock with it for the rest of my life. And I think it's going to be Ole Miss just because I love their colors. I love Oxford, Mississippi. When I went, it was the most fun I've ever had. So I just got to establish it. And I think next year I'm going to try to plan a trip to the school that I want to establish that and do like a whole video bit. But yeah, so hopefully I'm going to try to make my way back to Oxford next season. We'll have some fun. We'll get some good content. And we'll go crazy once more. Josh, the slate today. I'm a huge Jackson Dart guy, but I'm disappointed he's going to be gone. I also don't know if I want to be an Ole Miss fan if Lane Kiffin is there. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like, I don't know. I got to just see how things are going to shake. But Josh,
no, I'm not. I'll be there tonight.
We start the college football slate today with the team that started the college football season sucking all of our souls. Jacksonville State has made a bowl game, and they're playing the Ohio Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing about these bowl games. One, Josh, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to bet either game, but I'm going to tell you how I'm looking at both games because I bet Georgia Southern last night against Sam Houston.
That was a rad shit bet.
Half of Sam Houston's defense had entered the portal. Sam Houston's starting quarterback had entered the portal. Their 3 starting running, but 3 of their 4 running backs had entered the portal. And it was said that none of them were going to play.
They played 20 to 22.
They all played. And it was reported that they weren't going to play, by the way. And I didn't place that bet until 2 hours before the game. And it was still confirmed that they were not playing. And then they all played.
Yeah, I saw like 30 minutes before I was watching like the pregame show and they announced it. They're like 20 of the 22 transfers will actually be suiting up for this game.
So like that was just really annoying and like just to lose money like that. So that's why I'm not betting any of these bowl games. Just being totally honest, I'm only betting the college football playoff from now on. Like that was just like, I think it was a good get smacked in the face of like, this is why you don't bet bowl games, because when everyone's reporting that they're not playing and then 30 minutes before the game that they can go, oh yeah, by the way, we're all playing. Yeah, I would have never bet Georgia Southern if all the Sam Houston starters were playing because it would have been a free bet to take Sam Houston against Georgia Southern.
See that pick 6, the first play?
Yeah, and it was like that was just how my night started, and I never watched the game after that because I noticed all the starters were in. So Ohio, Jacksonville State, I don't know the status of everything, so I'm going to talk as if all the players are playing on both teams because that's what might happen, even if they say they're not, and if they all don't, whatever it is. Dude, I'm just inclined to take the underdogs in these bowl games, dude. I'm inclined to take Jacksonville State plus 6.5. I know Tulane's quarterback is in the portal, so that might be the one where you take Florida because you assume their backups are better than Tulane's backups. But you never know if the Tulane quarterback's going to go, you know what, actually, I'm going to play in this bowl game. So, but I'm just inclined to take Jacksonville State plus 6.5 in this one just because taking favorites in bowl season just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't seem like there's a rhyme or reason to take a favorite in a bowl game, especially when it's Ohio versus Jacksonville State after watching Georgia Southern, Sam Houston. So I'm inclined to say take well, maybe not Tulane because I think Florida, there's a reason why that's 10.5 instead of like a less than a touchdown spread. But in this one, if I was betting it, I'm not going to bet it. I'm saying it right now, hands are up. I'm not betting this game. But if I were, I'd probably be really inclined to just take the dog, dude, and just
the only
take 6.5 points.
Only thing that scares me about Tulane is that their quarterback's actually gone. Like, he's legit not playing. Mentz is not playing. So, like, and he was kind of their entire offense. So I think Florida.
No, I'm saying Florida, I wouldn't take the dog.
No, I know, but I'm just adding to it. I don't think I'd take.
Yeah.
I also don't know. I like Jacksonville State on the spread. I don't think they win the game, but I love the over in that game. I think both those teams score.
Oh, okay.
I also think Parker Navarro is a fucking animal. That kid out of Ohio, their quarterback, dude, like, he needs to go somewhere else.
But is he going to play? He's in the port. Is he not?
No, he's playing.
Okay.
I also don't think he's in the portal.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm not positive about that, but I am sure he's playing. I saw this morning that he was playing.
I thought he was one of the portal guys too. He might be a senior, actually. This might be his last year.
Let's see. Parker Navarro is he's a senior.
Okay, yeah. I remember that from Timothy Chalamet's speech. He's like, I'm going with the senior Parker Navarro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. Again, hearing that, maybe you just take Ohio minus 6.5 because Parker Navarro is going to want to go out on his high horse, win the bowl game, and do what he does well. And you don't know the situation in Jacksonville State. So maybe you take both favorites today. Maybe you flip. But I got news here. I'm not betting either game. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Dude, you can't pay me to bet these fucking ball games after yesterday's shenanigans. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Very fair. I mean, yeah, yesterday was fun for you. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was like, and dude, I didn't want to talk about it because I wailed Georgia Southern because I read this whole write up and then I checked like burner Twitters and I checked like all these guys that are like big on Georgia Southern and Sam Houston, and the Sam Houston guys were all like, these guys are cowards for hitting the portal and not playing. This is the epitome of why the transfer portal, like, and then they all played. So it's like, just go fuck yourself. All right, Josh, let's talk some college football playoff, dude. Let's talk some college football playoff, dude. Watch the coin toss after this, guys, for every play that you need. We got touchdown scores. We got prize pick squares. We got spreads, totals, sides. We got all of it. So make sure you watch the coin toss after this. But Josh, the Indiana spread is trickled down like the little spider climbing up the pipe where the water comes down. There's snow in South Bend. And I got news for you, Josh. Other than the 7.5 that I would have taken, I'll go ahead and fill my mouth with 6.5. And then I'll go ahead and I'll put 200 on plus 200 money line because Indiana's winning this ball game. They're winning this ball game. I've said it since the start of the goddamn playoffs. This is the best offense and the best team that Notre Dame is going to play and has played all year. And now the spread on day of just trickled down to 6.5, a full point, not even a half point. Not even a half point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You're telling me there's going to be hot chocolate in this stadium and Indiana's walking in there is only plus 6.5?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think so. Like,
we'll be seeing.
My heart tells me Indiana. My brain tells me Notre Dame.
My brain tells me Indiana.
And I think I'm going to go with my heart and take Indiana.
Good, Josh. Good, dude.
I can't.
Josh, I promise you, dude. I promise you. The only team that Indiana had not looked dominant against, and by the way, we can talk about weak schedules all we want, but guess what? Notre Dame had one too.
Yeah.
Was Ohio State. And after losing to Ohio State, I'm pretty sure they skunked Purdue.
They won like 66-3 or so. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah,
they almost skunked another team.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Purdue scored points against other teams. Like 10, they might have lost by 50 to everyone else, but they scored 10, 15 points every time. They almost skunked Purdue. That Ohio State game, I think, taught Indiana exactly what they needed to be taught going into a college football playoff game like this.
Yeah, get punched in the mouth a little bit.
And that defense is going to be the best defense Notre Dame has played. And this offense, by the way, they haven't played anyone near the caliber of Curtis Rourke this year. I don't know how he wasn't in the Heisman conversation. I don't know why we're not talking about Curtis Rourke as being one of the top 3 quarterbacks in this college football playoff right now. It just feels like Indiana lost to Ohio State and everyone kind of threw them in the trash and threw them away and forgot that Curtis Rourke was throwing almost 350 yards a game.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dog, dude. I think you kind of want that, though. Like, you kind of want the underdog.
I do. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're getting an Indiana team that's coming in revved up, underdog to Notre Dame, and this is the best team that Notre Dame's going to play. And by the way, this team is fucking bred to play in the cold. They both are. So that snow is just going to make this a movie, dude. Like, you're talking late night, chilly weather. And by the way, before Curtis Rourke played at Indiana, Josh, can you tell me where he played before that? Because they're playing today.
They are playing today, and they're going to get a dub, hopefully. The Ohio Bobcats.
And Josh, if I could just ask you a quick question. During the months of September, November, and especially October, what's that weather like in Ohio?
Oh, it's Maction weather.
Oh, it's Maction weather.
He's ready.
So you're telling me a Maction quarterback that was born and bred in this kind of weather now gets a college football playoff going into Notre Dame?
Where'd Riley Leonard play before, too?
I think he was playing in the sunny Carolinas. I think it's in, is that North Carolina, Josh?
Yeah.
Where it doesn't get cold till about right now, and I'm pretty sure he never played football long enough in the year to even experience the chilly cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Give me Indiana plus 6.5, dude. Let's fucking go, dude.
He's from Canada. He knows cold.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Rourke's from Canada.
Oh, yeah. Rourke is. I thought you were talking about fucking Riley Leonard. That kid's not from Canada, dude.
Yeah. Rourke's brother goated in the CFL, isn't he? I think
yeah.
Yeah.
He was goated at I'm pretty sure he went to Ohio before.
Yeah, he did. He was good.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm taking Indiana today, dude. Like I've been loving this line all year. I mean, since not all year, since the college football playoff came out. Josh, when I made my bracket video, everyone thought I was clickbaiting when I moved Indiana forward.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, so like this is just so obvious rage bait. When they win today, I'm going back in those comments, Josh, and I'm taking names and numbers. I'm taking names and numbers, dude. In terms of prize pick squares, though, Josh, I'll tell you what I really like in this game. I mean, I can't see squares, so I'm just going to talk about players. I really like Justice Ellison. I think his rushing plus receiving is going to go crazy today. He's a guy that after the Ohio State game and even during the Ohio State game, he's going to be the guy you lean on in this kind of weather. I have no doubts that Curtis Rourke is going to be able to throw the ball in the snow or in the chilly cold. I have no doubts, literally zero, that Curtis Rourke's going to be able to throw the ball. But this kid, Justice Ellison, dude, he is the epitome of a Big Ten running back, dude. And he will run a motherfucker over. Yeah, like I love that. I love that. He's like the epitome of a Big Ten running back where he doesn't give a fuck what the weather is. He doesn't care what's going on in your personal life. He's going to run a motherfucker over. And they also get him moving out wide a little bit too. Mm-hmm. But I love him today, and I think that's how Indiana starts it. And I think Indiana, to Cignetti's credit, has kind of learned how to play Big Ten ball, which is, by the way, we're going to come out, we're going to punch you in the mouth, we're going to see how you react, and then we'll go from our game plan from there.
I mean, dude, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they came out and punched Ohio State in the mouth. They were upset right away. And then Ohio State came back. But, I mean, if they come out and do that to this Notre Dame team, especially with this weather, like I don't see Notre Dame being able to move the ball enough to come back in this game. They have to start up, I think. They won't. No,
I agree 100%. I love Ellison. I also love his name is slipping me. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. It's the wide receiver, Surratt.
Yeah, Surratt.
I think he scores, dude. I like his demon touchdown. He's kind of Curtis Rourke's guy, dude. When Curtis Rourke wants to unload, it's always to that kid. And dude, he might be one of the best contested catchers in the Big Ten, dude. He was a kid against Ohio State. That was the only one that could get shit going. Like he is very underratedly a really good wideout.
Oh, yeah. The only thing that scares me about him is that he doesn't get very many receptions. I know he just gets big plays. That's like his thing. Mm-hmm. With this weather and his yards being at 52.5, he probably needs like 2 big plays.
But I think they're going to get him though, dude. I think there's going to be, because especially the way Indiana plays ball, Josh, like punch you in the mouth, and there's going to be 2 broken coverages. And unfortunately for Notre Dame, it's both going to be against Surratt, and Curtis Rourke's going to put it on his fucking numbers.
Yeah, hopefully. I want Indiana. That just scares me a little bit just because of the weather. That's it.
Yeah, no, and I don't hate that too. Like I said, I don't have any doubts that Curtis Rourke's going to be able to throw in this weather. I really don't. I genuinely don't have any doubts he's going to be able to throw in this weather. But I understand being nervous to take one guy or the other, especially in a game like this, just because you never know how it's going to shake. You never know how it's going to roll.
Yeah.
I'm actually. Oh wait, hold on. I have it right here. Let's see. I kind of want to look. Yeah, dude. I honestly don't hate Surratt 52 plus or whatever his thing is. Sorry, I'm just looking.
I do really like Ellison's rush attempts.
I love that too.
I feel like they're gonna have to run the ball in this game.
I love that too.
To win. And I think he's at 12 rush attempts. Didn't hit that last game.
I love that too. You know what else could be sneaky, Josh? Justice Ellison 2+ touchdowns.
That would be wild.
Surratt fantasy score could be a really good look, Josh.
Yeah.
I would love to know what that number is.
I would rather take him to score a touchdown than get yards. Personally.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, I love Surratt to score, dude. He's plus 195 on the book. So I love him to score today.
Yeah.
I just feel like, Josh, I could see it now. Like they're gonna be in the red zone. Maybe Curtis Rourke takes a sack. Now you're like second and goal and you're like 15 yards away. That's like Surratt territory where you just throw it up to him.
Yeah.
And you just see if he comes down with it. And he normally does, dude. So, like, I don't have any doubts in him. Can I just say, I'm excited to watch this game. This is going to be a phenomenal matchup.
I told you, this is my favorite game of the weekend. And it's played on Friday night. I think this is going to be the best game, the best matchup.
100%. Like, this is the reason why I think the college football playoff is so fun and so beautiful. Because, like, these are two teams that might have been in different bowl games, but that are both, I don't think Notre Dame's a good team, but I'll say it for the sake of it, that are good teams that now you get to see them in a big game situation, not just like in a bowl game for fucking Cheez-Its. Like, this is for the rest of your season. Like, let's go see who's going to cement themselves in history. Or as Manti Te'o would say, right history.
I mean, dude, that speech was incredible.
That speech is incredible. And then you remember he got catfished. And you go, you know what, dude?
I mean,
you went to Notre Dame and you're getting catfished across country.
You got to feel for that guy, dude. He's such a good guy.
He's a great guy, but I mean, I'm all on the hate Notre Dame train this weekend.
Dude, she said that she died. Like, that was crazy. That whole
it's nuts, dude. It was nuts.
I get how he got catfish, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the doc too. It's like, I get it. The internet was so young and new, but my point being, you're at Notre Dame. You were the best player on the football team, and you're
best player in the country, maybe that game.
Yeah, he was a fucking dude.
He was the best player in the country that year. He should have been the Heisman that year, I think. That was Johnny. I think that was Johnny.
I agree.
He was he literally carried Notre Dame to a national championship. Like, they had.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's all good.
I do want to talk to Cam Van Dam in the Twitch chat really quick. Surratt Fantasy is greener than the Xmas tree. My strategy going into the college football playoff, Josh, when it comes to prize picks, I'm not looking at charts, dude.
Yeah.
Charts couldn't mean fucking less to me. I don't care if you bageled in your last game. I don't care if you fucking... The reality is, this is a massive game. You go to your guys in massive games. This is like looking at charts for Travis Kelce when you go into the playoffs and it's like red in the regular season and you go, oh, I'm going to fade Travis Kelce. Like, no, you're just a fucking idiot if you do that, because once it's time to go, it's time to go. Yeah. So, like, I'm not looking at charts for prize picks when I look at these college football playoffs, Josh. I'm just looking at how are the teams playing, what I think the game plan is going to be, and then we go from there.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I think.
It's like a new season. Also, like, the last, 8 games that these teams have played have been in conference. Like, they're playing teams out of conference now. They don't even know shit about them. It's going to be different.
Uh-huh. Oh, he said he was just talking about tonight. It's green, not the chart. But it was a good insight into how I'm looking at prize picks. And I think how everyone else should. Don't look at bagels. Don't look at reds. Like, do the game plan. What do you think is going to happen? Who are the guys on the field that they're going to have to make plays to win really big games and go from there? Josh, I just checked the SMU Penn State spread.
You did.
And why don't you tell me where it moved, Josh? Why don't you fucking tell me where it moved? Tell me where it moved, Josh. Look at the camera and tell me where it moved.
It is currently at, 8.5?
-9.
I see 8.5.
-9.
I see 8.5.
-9, -110 on the green book. Come on. Come on. Come on. The reality is, Josh, and I know you don't want to hear it, the reality is, and make no mistake, SMU is walking into a fucking bloodbath. They're walking into a goddamn bloodbath on Saturday morning, dude.
Mm-hmm.
They are walking into a bloodbath. And here comes Rav. We're celebrating bumps. Hey, Rav, just so you know, the Indiana spread got bumped down and Penn State got bumped up. They're walking into a bloodbath, Josh, and GTA, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. SMU plays ACC ball. They've run to the table in the ACC, which by all accounts in the Power Four is the weakest conference, and I'll say it, and I'll say it with pride. And they play ACC ball, man. They've got a really dynamic quarterback. He should have been in some certain conversations that he wasn't in. I think he should have been at least like a little bit like Kevin Jennings playing at a Heisman level with what he's been able to do this SMU team. This was an SMU team that, much like Arizona State, coming into the year, they were like, SMU's going to get fucking bundled in the ACC.
Yeah.
And they almost won the goddamn conference.
Yeah.
The reality is, though, you're walking into a buzzsaw with Penn State. I know we like to slurp the SEC. I know we like to slurp the SEC, and I know we like to slurp the SEC. The reality is the top half of the Big Ten plays football that not a lot of conferences can really handle unless you've got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, unless you've got Trevor Lawrence and generational talents, and you got a Georgia Bulldogs team that was the best possibly of all time. And when an ACC team has to go into the chilly cold with a Texas-born and bred quarterback that plays football for a Texas college, and they play a Big Ten team with a coach that's undefeated against the ACC at home in the chilly cold, Josh, you get fucking punched in the mouth. And I don't know that this SMU team is going to be able to handle Nick Singleton. And if they do, guess what? Here comes Katron Allen. It's going to be a bath.
I'm taking SMU money line.
It's going to be a bath.
I'm taking SMU money line.
Oh, Josh.
I'm a big dogs guy, dude. I'm gonna be on Indiana money line, SMU money line, and Clemson money line. All three of them.
All that, and you take SMU ML.
Yeah. Tennessee is the only team that I'm not confident. Like, I don't think Tennessee has a chance of beating Ohio State. That's the only game that I don't think there's a single chance. I think the other three games could be coin flips. I think, dude, I didn't know. So, Cade Klubnik is from Austin. I knew that. I didn't know that Cade Klubnik played Quinn Ewers in the state championship and beat him. Yeah, dude, they're like, this is like an all-time – dude, that's why when I said that I'm also taking Clemson plus 12.5 and Clemson money line, that's why they were so excited. Dabo Sweeney came up to Cade, just called him Club, came up to Cade and was like, let's go to Austin, and was like smacking him on the chest. And he was like, let's go play in Austin. Well, I was like, dude, like – he's from there. I just didn't know that they – yeah, that's why they were juiced up, dude. This is my buddy, too. The kid the Gus Edwards, SMU over. Wow. No, I agree. I'm taking that. Well, yeah, we moved off that game. I'm going to bring it back. I'm taking that over, too, in SMU Penn State, dude. Penn State just almost survived a shootout against Oregon. Oregon, I think, is going to win the national championship, and I think they're going to have to play Penn State there. This is a Penn State team that can score. This isn't like a Big Ten Penn State team that has fucking – who's the bot that the Jets drafted, and he's slipping my name. Trace McSorley? Nope, before him. Sean Clifford? Nope, before him. After him. I mean, those are both bots. So. Christian Hackenberg. This isn't a Clifford, Hackenberg, Penn State. And by the way, they got their number one wide receiver back last game in Harrison Wallace, and I think that's what kind of revolutionized the offense. He ended up scoring against Oregon, and he's fully healthy now in this game. I think Penn State is going to put up points on this SMU defense, dude, and I think the problem is that this SMU offense isn't going to be able to roll. Yeah. They're not going to be able to roll against a Big Ten D. We'll see. I think this game could get a little frisky. Mikey, give us your favorite college football player prop from props.cash. Well, I guess if it's for the Friday games, I think for Indiana, Notre Dame, would you agree, Josh? Justice Ellison?
Either touchdown or rushing yards?
So, yeah, you said rush plus receiving. I would just take rushing.
Okay.
Because the receiving, except for like half a reception. Like, I don't want to, like, it's only like 6 more yards. Like, doing that, it's kind of.
Yeah, I agree. I think Justin Nelson either touchdown or rush yards. I think he rolls, dude. He's the guy. And if you don't like that, dude, the one in chat that people like, Surratt Fantasy. I don't hate that one either.
Yeah. I would rather take a running back in that weather, though. I also don't hate Jeremiah Love, like rush attempts, too. I feel like they just run the shit.
Yeah, he's going to eat, too, dude.
Yeah.
He's going to eat, too. For sure. I totally agree. Back to SMU Penn State, though, Josh. I just want to relate to them really quickly. It's also going to be chilly in Pennsylvania. As someone that has just spent 2 years in Texas, man, when I come home and there's a stiff breeze, my bones are cold.
It's cold.
It makes a difference, dude. Josh, it makes a difference when last weekend in Texas it was 70 degrees and these kids in Pennsylvania are practicing in sub 30-degree weather. Yeah, it makes a difference, dude. Your bones get cold, man.
It does, but I mean,
and those hits, dude, they feel a little different unless you've been practicing in that cold and doing it all year. That hit in the chilly cold, it feels a little different. It hurts a little more. You tense up a little more.
The only reason why I like SMU in this game, like, there's no real football reason. It's more just the fact that when they lost that Clemson game, they thought they were done. They knew I would say that they knew they were done. That they knew they weren't making the playoff. If they had Bama slotted in there above them, they might have some life after getting selected, dude. There might be a whole new energy around this team. That's kind of what I'm betting on.
Easy puck. They're practicing inside, but they live in that cold, man. They're used to it. They love it. They live for it. All right, Josh, Clemson, Texas. We already kind of talked about it a little bit. I'm taking Clemson plus 12.5. I'm starting to fall in love with this over a little bit. I know in the coin toss we had some people take the undie. I don't know why. I'm just really starting to like this over. I feel like it might just turn into a little bit of a shootout, just like a little bit. I don't know why. I'm getting this feeling that, and I think Lauren said something really cool in the coin toss, which you guys should go watch after this, was she said that the season just started for Texas. And I agree with that. I think for these big schools it did, but I think it also might have just started for Clemson. I think this is a team in Clemson that was like, fuck, we're out. And then they beat SMU, and now it's like, we got a chance here, man. We got a chance. Like, this is now our season starts. And I think you might get a different Cade, dude. I think stuff like those matchups and narratives matter in college football and in games like this. And I'd just rather be having 12.5 points. And I understand the narrative of that's the biggest spread. So obviously, why wouldn't you take the 12 points? Doesn't that show you that Tech's going to blow them out? But I think this is the college football playoff, and I think weird things are going to happen. And I don't know why. I just have such faith that Dabo and Cade know how to beat Texas. And by the way, the blueprint is there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Texas just lost to a fucking backup quarterback. And
Josh, every bad team has played them close. They've really only blown out one team this year.
Yeah.
Like, bad. So it's like I feel like there's tape enough to look at Texas and go, okay, they're beatable. And I trust that Dabo Sweeney is going to do his job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't trust Sark at all. I don't think he's a good coach.
I think
he gets out coached every time there's a better coach, and I think Dabo's a better coach.
Yeah, I think Clemson, like I said, wins this game. I think they win this game. Like, I don't see. I mean, Texas's offense, yes, is very good. Golden, number 2, Golden, right?
Yeah.
11's Bolden, yeah. Golden is a dog, but I also think that he's a dog when they play rat shit defenses.
Mm-hmm.
When they play real defenses, it seems like Quinn's fucking eyes are everywhere, and he has no idea where to throw the ball.
Yep.
I think Dabo's going to have something cooked up for him.
I think so, too. I think you're going to get a Quinn turnover.
Quinn or Klubnik. Oh, dude, I would take Klubnik over him.
Yeah, I'm taking Cade over Quinn in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
Prize Pick Squares for SMU Penn State. Harrison Wallace receiving yards is my favorite one. He's the number 1 wide receiver. He just came back fully healthy last game. Now he had a week of rest, and now he's playing an SMU defense. Everyone likes to just about their secondary. They play fucking nobody. So I think Harrison Wallace, I think it's at like 34 because it's going to be chilly, but I think he has 50 plus. I don't know. I just like it feels like a Harrison Wallace game. Other than that, I do like Nick Singleton rush yards too. I think they punch him in the mouth, and he's the guy that's been punching in the mouth lately. And I don't hate a Katron Allen touchdown, the number 2 running back. I wouldn't be shocked if he squeaks one in at the goal line.
Dude, I think didn't Katron go crazy in the Big Ten championship?
Yeah, when they both scored. No, Nick Singleton had 2 touchdowns and Katron had 1.
I thought Katron had a bunch of yards though. I thought that he was like
He might have had the bulk yards. Dude, they're like it's honestly reminds me of Saquon Miles Sanders a little bit. Hold on, I gotta plug in the laptop. But you go.
I would probably go with Katron.
Yeah, honestly. I agree. I like him more than Nick Singleton. I just think that in a big game, you go back to your normal number one, and Nick Singleton is the number one.
Yeah, or it's a running back position where you sometimes just feed the hot hand, like who's cooking right now for you. Like that's I feel like that's the only position where they actually do that, where it's like feed hot hand.
Yeah, I don't disagree, dude.
And I don't know. I feel like Katron Allen is the sickest name in sports too, maybe. So
the sickest name in sports, dude.
Yeah.
Other than Boopy Miller in college basketball.
Yeah. I don't know. It sounds like he's a fucking Decepticon.
It does, dude. Oh my god, here come the K-Trons.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, those are the prize picks for that game. I don't really have anything for Clemson, Texas, dude. I need to look into Clemson a little bit more. Maybe Cade rushing yards. I could just see him getting flushed out of the pocket a little bit with this with this Texas defense, but I don't even know if I want to touch prize picks in this game.
Dude, I mean, you want to take this, but I kind of want to take Quinn's less than passing yards in that game.
I love that too. But
yeah.
I'm the biggest Quinn hater maybe on the internet. I just think he is junk, dude.
I mean, he is.
I think he's junk.
He's not actually junk. He was so amped up, and he was supposed to be like the best quarterback in all of college, and he's just not. He's not that bad. Dude. Not good.
He's not. I think he's bad, but that's a different conversation for another day. I know you said you're going to be on the other side.
Mm-hmm. The other side of what?
Tennessee, Ohio State. I think Tennessee is a better defense, and that's why I want to take Tennessee because it's a really low total, and I think Tennessee is a better defense, and I don't think Will Howard is a good quarterback. But I so see the angle of Ohio State losing to Michigan and then being like, someone's eating this anger, and it's going to be fucking Tennessee. But there's also a side of my poopy brain that wants to go, I do think the SEC is a better conference than the Big Ten. And I do think Tennessee, even though they're publicly bet, is the team that everyone kind of wrote off in this first round. Because I think some people do think SMU's – I think a lot of people are starting to fall in love with SMU being Penn State. And I think this game has kind of been like, okay, Ohio State's moving on, and it's going to be a rematch of Oregon-Ohio State. And I think just with that low total, I want to take Tennessee +7 because I don't know how you see it, but I don't see Ohio State winning 38-7. Like that doesn't –
I mean, dude, I personally think that Tennessee is the worst team in this playoff.
I don't disagree. Other than, Group of 5, Boise State, but I don't disagree.
I'm taking Boise over them. Like I think Tennessee's a bad football team. Their offense is fucking terrible. Nico is.
They just have such a good defense, though.
Their defense is really good, but I also think that Ohio State's weapons, like they have enough weapons to score on that defense. I don't know if Tennessee's going to score a touchdown on them. Like Nico's garbage, like actually garbage. Dylan Sampson, obviously a dog, but that run defense with Sawyer and Tua, whatever the fuck his name is, they're disgusting.
I mean, dude, I really don't disagree with you in any form or fashion. I think I'm just gonna take Tennessee +7 here just because lowest total on the board. I think Tennessee is gonna make Will Howard make a lot of mistakes. And I think Tennessee also has a defensive line front that can maybe make it a difficult day for Judkins and Travion. Sure. I'd rather just take in a dogfight. I'd rather be holding 7 points if Nico can show up, dude. Like, I think Nico could show up in this game a little bit. Like, I don't think Tennessee has no weapons. Like, I think their offense is good. They just haven't – they found their grooves and pockets this year. But, I think just with that low total, if it was a high total and 7 points, I would take Ohio State every single day. But because the total is the lowest on the board and you're getting a touchdown, maybe it's too easy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to trust Tennessee +7 here. I don't know why.
Yeah, dude. I think the real play in this game is just the under. Like, you can just take that.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah, I think Ohio State. I think it's telling too that they're -7.5 against a team that's only ranked one spot below them.
I agree with you too, there, dude. I don't know. I think this is the one game that I could just totally be on the complete wrong side of, and gonna have to chalk tip that one to the game.
Me and you aren't on the same side in any game except. I don't know. I guess we're on the same
Clemson
game. Yeah.
And Indiana. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trusting Tennessee's defense. That's it. Like it really just comes down to trusting Tennessee's defense, keep this close, and because I think Will Howard's going to turn the ball over once. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I just don't think Ryan Day has it, dude. I don't think he has it in him to win.
He might not.
Which I don't know, dude. It's either you're getting an Ohio State that wins the Natty because they lost to Michigan and that completely set the clock on this team, or you're getting an Ohio State team that lost to Michigan. No one has faith in Ryan Day. Will Howard's not a good quarterback, and now you're playing an SEC team.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I kind of like Ohio State to win it all. I kind of hate that I'm saying that, but dude, they're a fucking good. They might be the most complete team on both sides of the ball that's still in this. Maybe Penn State, Oregon. Like I don't see.
I mean, if Georgia, if this backup is that good, it could just be Georgia sneaking, dude. Like Georgia's so good.
He's just not good. I don't think.
But yeah, that's the college football playoff first round, dude.
Yes,
How about it?
I know.
We got
these games.
We got about 15 minutes, so let's go to some college basketball really quick. People have been asking. I know Providence plays today, so I'll try to give you guys the report. Other than Providence today, there's not much on the board that I necessarily love, like, or would be like, hey, this is what you need to bet today. Here's the thing about it. St. John's should literally beat our face off. Like, it should be very ugly. It should be very bad. If Bryce Hopkins doesn't play, they're going to beat us by 20 to 25. And it's going to be ugly, and it's going to be gross, and it's going to be really, 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 really bad. If Bryce Hopkins plays, I think we can cover this spread. Only because we're at home. The thing about Providence that people tend to forget is that we actually get a home bump. We're one of the teams in the country, no matter who's on the roster, when we're at home in the AMP now, it's very difficult to beat us very badly.
Some bumpage.
And I think Bryce Hopkins might have sat out against St. Bonaventure because there was a look-ahead game against St. John's at home, and I don't think Kim English wants to burn him out. So I wouldn't be shocked if Bryce Hopkins plays today. If Bryce Hopkins plays today, I think we have a good chance of staying within 6.5, which is why I'm not going to bet the game until the game tips and he's on the floor. So if they tip ball and he's on the floor, I'm going to live bet Providence, whatever the spread is, the minute the ball gets tipped. But I'm not going to touch this game until I know if he's playing. I'm not going to touch this game until I see him on the court with my own eyes. But yeah, dude, I mean, St. John's, if Bryce Hopkins doesn't play, they're going to beat our shit in like bad, like 20, 25 plus. I'm not even kidding.
The only thing that scares me is that they play fast and score, and you guys do the complete opposite. So
yeah, 100%, dude. I mean, dude, we like in reality, even if Bryce Hopkins plays, we get our shit kicked. But Bryce Hopkins just really makes that much of a difference. And being at home, it's very hard to fade Providence at home, dude. Like weird shit happens. That's why we beat BYU by fucking 30. Like it's very difficult to fade us at home. I'm not going to say that it's a bad bet to fade us at home. I'm done with the team this year. But yeah, I mean, that's if you want the Providence read, that's Providence read. I'm going to bet them if Bryce Hopkins is on the floor and I see him on the floor, just because I think we'll be able to keep it close when he's in the game. We're able to score when he's in the game because I think he does so much off the ball and on the ball. But yeah, we're junk, dude. Dayton, Cincinnati, Josh. Is Dayton ranked? Do they have a little number next to their name?
They are 22nd.
And Cincinnati's a favorite. We're going to go ahead and take Cincinnati -3, Josh.
Cincinnati's they're 19th in the country, so they're the better seed. I don't even know.
Kind of like this.
That's the under in that game.
Okay.
136.5.
I might take Dayton +3, dude, after a letdown spot not covering 10.
Yeah, I hate that.
Dayton's kind of a sneaky team this year, dude. Maybe this might be a live bet game. I might just have to watch and live bet this game. But other than that, I don't really have much in college basketball, to be totally honest with you.
Anything.
Yeah, I'll do a quick NFL, and then we'll end the episode the way we always do.
Yeah.
All right, so tomorrow we got some NFL guys. We got Saturday NFL, which I think is really rude. The first year of the college football playoff. Couldn't just leave the NFL for Sundays.
I'm gonna watch.
I'm going to take the Texans +3.5 here against the Chiefs. Every time it feels like the Chiefs are unbeatable, a team like the Texans, CJ Stroud somehow plays lights out. So I'm going to take the Texans +3.5 because my poopy brain would take the Chiefs. Steelers, Ravens. Wow. Wow.
So
No, the juice. You could fade Providence today, brother. If you like St. John's, take St. John's. I'm completely biased. If you want St. John's, I promise you, not a bad bet. I think the Steelers might get their shit kicked, Josh.
I think so too.
I think this is a Ravens lost round 1.
Yeah.
They win round 2.
I agree.
And I think -6.5 is
and
you
no
can
picking.
take that to the bank.
Like
Yeah,
they're
the
all
Ravens
joke without him.
Ravens might win by 10 plus. Don't tell Raph. You're gonna be at this game. Lions Bears.
I am.
What are the boots on ground saying?
Oh, dude, boots on ground are saying I have a $500 fucking wager on the Bears to win this game, which is
Wow. 500. How's this guy getting NFL emojis? Is that new?
Sick.
Can someone put a Jets emoji? No, don't put the poop one. Just put the actual Jets logo.
I mean, dude, we're with how banged up the Lions defense is, I'd probably take the over in this game. I think we're going to score. I think that they're going to score plenty. Our defense fucking sucks. And we probably lose, sadly.
Okay.
But the game,
I've been working out. My arm looks a little bigger here. Normally they look like sticks. Sorry, I just realized that. Okay, I don't hate this over too. The Lions are banged up very badly.
Yeah.
And your boots on ground, I feel like I got to root for the Bears. I honestly don't hate +6.5 in my pocket too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on the ML, whatever it is, like after the last game, how bad they looked, the fact that it's a lower spread against a better team.
It's every game, dude. It's every game.
It's every game. I'm going to go ahead, Josh. I'm going to do something that I don't think a lot of people are going to be doing this Sunday. I'm going to take the Commanders +3.5 after the Eagles just looked unbeatable. I feel like this line is way too short for how good the Eagles look. I mean,
on the road though, so you're getting
but you're coming off a game where they just went, is that what you wanted to see? So now it feels like, oh, the Eagles can do everything, and it's only 3.5. Like the Commanders aren't on the Eagles level,
no,
anywhere near the Eagles level. So 3.5 just feels a little too easy for a lay piece. Seems a little too easy for a nuke piece. So I'm going to take the Commanders +3.5 here. I'm just going to try to bet ugly this weekend, dude. I think I'm just going to bet ugly. I'm taking the Bengals -8.5. If they win out, they are in the playoffs. If the Broncos lose 2 out of their next 3.
I've got an ugly one for you that you might like. The Panthers +5 at home against the Cardinals.
Ooh, see, that's the only one I would take the favorite.
Really, dude? I feel like the Panthers just got embarrassed last week to the fucking Cowboys, and the Cardinals looked so good. I kind of want to take the Panthers.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it. That's literally, Josh, I'm looking at it, maybe the only favorite I'm taking other than the Vikings. But I don't hate it. I'm going to take the Rams money line for an absolute nuclear mega because the Jets are fucking dead in the water. I'm taking the Falcons -8.5 with Michael Penix, dude. I'm taking their team total. I was watching the practice footage, Josh. Michael Penix fucking slings that thing.
Yeah, he does.
He spins that thing, dude, and I think he's gonna beat the shit out of the Giants.
I mean, yeah, dude, the Giants. I literally I'm in my fantasy football playoffs this weekend. I just picked up the Falcons defense because they're playing the Giants. I'm just gonna pick whoever's playing the Giants.
Yeah, genius, just infinite money glitch.
Exactly.
Infinite fantasy money glitch. I'm not taking the Titans Colts. It's a gross game. No, thank you. I'm taking the Vikings. I'm gonna take the Dolphins +1 against the Niners. Not going to take the Bills -14. That's just too many points. Raiders, Jags, not touching that, even though Mac Jones might get one. Bucks, Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. Go ahead. Give me the Bucks -4 against Cowboys. I think Baker's trying to get Mike Evans to 1,000, and that's how you do it. Josh, are we going to do a Monday episode on the 23rd, or are you going to be busy?
I am not able to. I'll be driving.
Okay. Maybe Nick and I can do one if he's available, or someone can do one with me, or maybe I can just work solo dolo.
Get Ravington.
Maybe Ravington, yeah, if he's available in the old Pittsburgh. But if we don't, 14 points in a primetime game, are you shitting my britch?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Like, what? What?
Give me the Packers, dude. They're going to win this game by 1,000,000 points. A million.
All right. I mean, dude, I don't hate it, man.
These are just games that like the Packers will go out there, win by 28, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl," and then they'll melt in the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't hate it at all. I think I'm also gonna go. I might go. Yeah, Rev. Let me keep your phone on. We'll check on that one. Let's keep that phone on. We'll check on that one. Hold on, Josh. Let me check my phone real quick. Just give me a sec here.
Sure.
I'm
I'm tapped into this Ohio Jacksonville State game right now. There has been no offense so far. Punt, punt, punt. And punt.
All right. Josh, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you say adios to the people? We'll get everyone out of here with what we normally do.
We will be seeing everyone. Have a great Christmas. I will not see you until then. And for all the people whose teams are playing this weekend in the college football playoff, good luck. Because I know
good luck and have fun.
It's going to be electric.
Good luck and have fun.
Yes, sir. Peace.
So we end every episode, a little inspiration, a little motivation. We're at the holidays. I'm gonna try to do a Monday episode. Hopefully Rav is available, but if we don't, I wanted to leave this segment just a little bit longer, just so we could have a minute together. This is really what I wanted to say. The holidays can be impossible. They can be fun. They can be exciting. I think I'm falling into the boat here a little bit of the holidays sometimes amplify the things that are not going right or the things that you've been struggling with because you're, whatever it is you're going on in life, but you're back in where it's isolated. You're just with family. And I know that's great. I love being with my family. It's been awesome. But sometimes, you get more alone time than you normally do because work's not going on. So you're kind of sitting around stewing and things. And I just wanted to say before I get to the analogy part, I just want to say, try to enjoy these holidays. Really spend some time with your family. We're doing a party for my grandma. She's getting up there in age. And, you don't realize how long you have with anybody in your life. And I think especially during the holidays, take the time to talk to that cousin. Take the time to have a conversation with your mom and dad. Take the time to have the conversation with your grandparents or that uncle or that aunt that even though you might not get along with, because you never know, right? And I think just be thankful that you made it to the holidays and that you're going to be around family and there's going to be Christmas music in the air. There's going to be presents flying around, hopefully, for everyone in here. But really take the time to enjoy these holidays. Take a break from everything that's going on in your work life and your personal life. Try to put everything on the back burner. I know how hard it is to do that because I think we sit here and the entire time you're like, oh, I'm going to have to, I got work right after the holidays. Oh, I got this project going on. Oh, that didn't go right in my personal life. Or, oh, this isn't going right in my relationship. And whatever it is, just try to put all that on the back burner for me this holidays and really just try to enjoy yourself. And I think, it leads into the analogy I wanted to leave you guys with today, and it's all about perspective. You can either come home for the holidays and be like, oh man, I'm gonna have to deal with my family. And I know families can be tough. I love my family, but sometimes they can be tough. You're like, man, I gotta deal with my family for a couple of days. I gotta go see my girlfriend's family, whatever it is, if you're in a relationship right now. And I know some of those things can be tough and it almost is more stressful. And it's supposed to be the least stress time in your life. But I wanted to leave you with this analogy that I saw on TikTok last night. And I think it was by Jordan Peterson. And it goes like this. There are two men, and they're both laying bricks. One man wakes up every morning and he goes, oh, I hate laying bricks. It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather be doing anything else than laying bricks. I'd rather be doing anything else than laying these bricks. And he lays bricks every single day and he complains every single day. And this is impossible. It's so hard. I hate laying bricks. I don't want to touch another brick. I don't want to see another brick. And the other man wakes up every morning and he goes, in 200 years or in 20 years or in 10 years, this is going to be a cathedral. This is going to be a cathedral. And he lays bricks every day. He lays bricks every day. He doesn't complain. He lays bricks every day because he knows that there's a greater goal in mind. And instead of sitting here going, God, I just hate what I hate what I'm doing. I hate what I'm doing. I hate this. I hate that. He goes, in 20 years, even in 200 years, this is going to be a cathedral. And I think it's all about your perspective. And I think as we go into the holiday season, as we approach a new year, which can be so scary because of the things you have to leave behind and the things that you have to look forward to, or the things that you have to start new in the new year, it can be so scary. And I think as we approach the holidays and we approach the new year, try to have a better perspective on the things that are going on. You might be going through a really hard time, but be able to look on the other side and be like, you know what? I'm going to be a better person on the other side of this. I'm going to get through this, and I'm going to be able to look back and be like, wow, I learned some really important lessons from what I'm going through right now. Or these holidays are going to be really stressful, and I'm going to have to just dig in. I'm going to have to put the smile on my face. But once the holidays are over, you're going to go, that was a great holiday. And there's a song that I listen to, and the one lyric it goes, I wish that the old me could have known me so that he could see the other side. And I think that's just a great way to look at things that are going on, and about the bricklaying, and about just having a perspective that your older self is going to look back and wish that he could talk to yourself right now and be like, dude, we got through it, bro. We're good. We made it through. We put a step in front of the other. We made it through. So when you're laying bricks in your personal life, or you're laying bricks in your professional life, be able to be the person that looks at it and goes, I'm building a cathedral right now. So yeah, my hands might hurt. Yeah, this shit sucks. Yeah, I'm waking up early. Yeah, my body's tired. Yeah, I'm in a really bad mood, or yeah, things might not be going right, but I'm building something. I'm not just doing it to do it. I'm building something. And I just really appreciate all you guys that tune in every day. I love you guys so much. Let's have a great perspective going into the new year. Let's be able to shift our focus and understand that our old self is going to look back on this self right now and go, dude, like, you're going to be just fine. If your future self could talk to the self you are right now, my God, you'd be like, dude, we're going to be straight. Just don't worry about it. So take one step from you. I know how hard it can be. Take a step every single day. And I know sometimes we take a step backwards and it's impossible. But it's all about the effort. The strength comes in the effort of waking up every day and taking that step forward. And I just want you guys to take a step forward with me every single day. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great holidays. We're going to try to do a Monday episode just so we can talk before the holidays really get going. We can talk before the new year and talk about some games. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting everything that I've been doing and everything that we've been doing over here at Bookit. Please go watch the coin toss on the Bookit Sports YouTube for Lauren's, Jovan's, and Rav's plays and our whales of the weekend. I didn't even give my whale of the weekend out in this morning after, so you're going to have to go watch it. Please share with 20 friends. I don't know if we have BTL today. If we do, please tune in. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. We got a lot of great things planned for the show coming into the new year, and I cannot wait to get going. But just take a step forward. Enjoy the holidays. Let's shift the perspective and understand that we're building something. If you're going through something, just know I'm right here with you. If you ever need anything, hit my DMs. I'm always available in there, and you're going to make it through. You're going to get through it. I love you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Go watch some football. Go bet on some games. Go have some fun. And we'll see you when we see you. I love you guys. Thank you. Let's have a weekend.